Yeah, all right. And our vision statement is connecting, engaging, and growing. Consideration of agenda amendments or deletions.
We do not have any for this evening.
Standard. We'll move on to good news around the district.
Good news around the district. Is Mrs. Brophy back there?
Oh, well, yeah, I'm gonna let Mrs. Graham go.
You want to let her go first?
Do you know?
No, you go. You go first.
Me?
Yeah, we'll save them for last. Not that you're not best, but we want to save them for last.
All right, that's what Abby said back here too, I get it. All right, so we have our new electronic sign in front of the building. We are still playing with all of the settings, but we are very excited about that and getting different messages out on the board. We have been blessed this past 2 weeks, really, from the community. We have been given donations of toys from the Elwood Dollar Tree. We were given supplies from Olivia Weddle, who is one of our high school students. And then we were also given coats from an anonymous donor. So that has been very helpful for our families. Santa Night was a huge success. In the first hour, we handed out 250 bags to students to take around to get prizes, and then we ran out at that point. So we are thinking we had around 350 students. Then Casey Lobb started a mentoring program, which she is calling Panther Pals. And so thankfully, Coach Cruz brought in some of the wrestlers from the high school, and they were able to come and just sit down at the tables for breakfast and talk with our students. And it was amazing to watch all of them struggling to find a spot to sit down so they could sit by the high school boys. So they just thought it was so cool, girls and boys alike, and we are really excited to continue that program. And then last but not least, we are really looking forward to our classroom parties and our reward party tomorrow for our good behavior that we have seen over the last 9 weeks. So exciting stuff.
Thank you. Awesome. Who else is hiding back there? Would contestant number 2 please reveal themselves?
At the junior, senior high school, she mentioned a couple things that are great. Festival of Trees, our choirs participated in that at the beginning of the month, which was a cool experience. I was voluntold to MC it. Miss Simmons got there and said that I had volunteered, and I was like, you told me that I had to be there, but it was really fun. I got to talk to the kids from all 4 schools over there, and our kids are great. They represented us very well. Secondly, our Panther Academy, it's our alternative program. They have developed over the last couple of years a partnership with the VFW, and they come together this time of year and they have a huge Christmas party that provides some gifts for those students, but also gifts for their families. And it's really cool. Those are students that, whatever the barrier is, something has kind of gotten in the way of success along the way in school, and they get the Panther Academy and they find success. And so it's really cool to have a group pour into those students. And then lastly, we had Miss Darlene Hatfield. She was in the Herald Bulletin, the Educator Spotlight. I think she represents our building extremely well, and so we get to brag a little bit on her, and some of her fellow teachers got to brag on her. So that was fun to read and to see her get embarrassed because she did not want any of the attention. And I did give her a heads up. I was going to let it be blind, but Mrs. Morales, like, you better give her a heads up or she will end you. So we gave her a heads up. She got to dress nice, and the Herald Bulletin came and took pictures and interviewed her. So yeah. Next.
Very good. Contestant number 3.
Okay, so this morning I asked my staff for some good news because I didn't have a list started yet. And normally I'll get a few things here and there. Literally every one of my staff members responded. So I don't want to monopolize what's going, so I'm going to save most of them for next month. So I'm just going to highlight a few things. So our auto service technology program has 14 new entry-level ASE certifications just this week. 7 in brakes, 6 in maintenance and light repair, and 1 auto service technician. Our fire and rescue students, all of them passed their hazmat awareness and their hazmat operations state testing. Our EMT students all passed their hazmat awareness state testing. Both classes were able to raise money and go shopping and wrap gifts for students so that they can help Santa deliver some presents on Christmas Eve, which is one of the things that they do every year, which is pretty cool. Our electrical, industrial and electrical trade technology class, we had 12 students apply for a summer internship with Gaylor Electric. And Gaylor brought someone to our facility on Tuesday and interviewed 9 of those students. So hopefully at least a handful get the opportunity to intern there. In our precision machining class, we had 11 of the 12 first-year students receive their second NIMS national certification for job planning, bench work, and layout. And we had 11 visual and graphic communication students pass their Adobe Illustrator certification exam. And last but not least, we had our National Technical Honor Society students help out with the Elwood Community Toy Drive last week. And this toy drive helps over 200 kids in the community.
That's awesome.
And I'll say the rest.
Thank you. Did I,
No.
hold on. I can't see who all's out there. Is there anybody here from the ECTA?
I don't think so. No.
Mrs. Jones, would you like to share anything on behalf of the ECTA? Hey! I'll take that. All right, without any further ado, Mrs. Grondin and EIS.
Well, I have to switch over. Okay, perfect. So when Dr. Troy shared that we were going to be bringing back the student spotlights and staff spotlights to the board, my first thought went to Mrs. Haas. As you know, we brought Spanish on to our school curriculum this year as a way to offer more exciting things to our students. Mrs. Haas and I had a conversation in July after lots of wondering what we were going to do. And I told her just the other day, I didn't know fully what to expect with Spanish this year, but she has surpassed every expectation that I had. And I told her that where she is now, I expected her to maybe be there next year. When you walk past that class or get to walk through, kids are fully engaged. They're smiling, they're laughing, they're using their hands. I often will get corrected if I don't say a word correctly, or if I forget to say hola or adios. I already did it when I walked in here. I got corrected. So they are learning so much, and so I wanted them to be here tonight to share that with you. So Mrs. Haas is going to share a little bit. They'll practice and show you some things that they're learning. We have 6 third grade students here with us today who are excited to do a little activity with you as well.
Come on. Okay. All right. This is going to break up to where we'll see the.
Yep.
Size of what the next. All right. Hola. Hola. All right. So we have been really, really busy working on our Spanish. We actually have been working on months of the year, holidays, terms, Feliz Navidad, and our Dia de los Nietos, days of the week.
Policy.
I need a motion for the Neola updates.
So move.
Second.
A motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. How about the dates for 2026 school board meeting?
This is to approve the dates for the 2026 school board schedule. Traditionally, we have a reorganization meeting on January 5th when we come back from Christmas break, and then we have the board meetings on the 3rd Thursday of the month, with the exception of July, which we push it back to the 4th to give us more time for hiring over the summer. And then this next year, fall break falls on the 3rd Thursday of the month, so we're pushing that one back to the 4th. And so it'll be the 3rd Thursday of the month, with the exception of July and October. And then I failed to check with the board to make sure that the 5th works this year for our reorganizational meeting. We have to have one to start off the 2026 calendar year to welcome new board members, which we'll have none, but then also for you folks to decide on officer positions. I do have that listed at 5:30 if that works for everybody.
It's fine with me.
Jimmy, I think I'm on vacation. All right. Like an early January vacation.
Well, we gotta get it in. Can't take it during the holidays, my friend.
Did you say you were on vacation?
Yeah, I believe, I got, my boss been scheduling us off today. So I'll have to look.
You're gonna be in town, right?
Yeah, I'll be in town. Yeah, we're not going on.
I need a motion to approve this, the school board meeting dates.
I'll make a motion to approve the school board date.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Resolution authorizing the superintendent to issue preliminary and formal notices of renewal and non-renewal for administrators.
This came from our legal counsel. They put out a memo within the last couple of weeks advising school corporations if they didn't have this resolution to put it in place according to state law for any for any administrator, anyone on an administrative contract, to be released from that contract, that for disciplinary sanctions according to state law, that it comes from the board president, or from the school board, or from the school board's legal counsel. And so our legal counsel recommended passing a resolution that then allows the board to give authority to the superintendent to have those discussions in those meetings. And so that's what this resolution is. The board is empowering me then to make those decisions with administrators and their contracts.
About the notices, but the board.
The board would still retain the power to vote. So nothing becomes official until the board votes on it, but this allows me to have those discussions and make those decisions and those recommendations to the board.
I move we approve.
Second.
And a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. DC trip 2026.
This is our annual trip to Washington DC. And I just noticed that on the parent letter, it's the 2021 trip to Washington DC. So I'm assuming that we've done this now for at least, this will be at least the 5th year. But I think we've done it, I don't know how far back it's gone.
We did it when I was in school.
Yeah. This is probably when they changed to the new.
Yeah,
new
the new
firm.
company with the other one.
So, but this is our annual trip. All the parameters are in place. All the concessions to help students if they need help with funding. It is an out-of-state trip, so it does require board approval. There is a change, there's a change up front. This last year's trip, Mrs. Tackett, who has organized this for several years and has chaperoned it, had a family emergency and was not able to attend at the last minute. And Mrs. Nethery and
Mr. Johnson.
Mr. Johnson, those two chaperoned it, and they are taking it over this next year from the start, planning on it. But they were the two that led it last year, and they're planning on leading it then this next year. So that is a change from the past several years.
Any other questions? I need a motion to approve the 2026 DC trip.
So moved.
I got a motion and a second.
Second.
I got a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion also carries. Classified pay raises.
I would ask the board to entertain a 1.5% raise for all classified employees, with the exception of one category, and that's our classified instructors. The board approved a new position at the beginning of this year of classified instructors with a pay of approximately $36,000. We have classified instructors from the previous year that are already filling that position at a salary of $43,000. So they're making above what we are now going to pay new classified instructors. So with the exception of that group of teachers, which is approximately 6, asking that all classified personnel receive a 1.5% raise. And this is, when I say raise, it's somewhat misleading because of the increase in insurance rates. It's actually an increase in pay to keep them from taking a step back.
I need a motion to approve the classified pay raises.
So move.
Second.
Second.
Yeah, we got a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Classified handbook 2026.
Our classified handbook runs from January 1st to December 31st each year. We have 2 revisions for the 2026 handbook. One is reflecting the pay increases that you just approved at 1.5% pay rate increase. The other change is adding language to clearly state that PTO days are prorated. That's been a practice of ours, but it hasn't been clearly communicated nor put in writing with our classified staff. And the reason why we need to add this and that we need to shore up this practice is because we've had several instances where we get part-time classified staff that work for 2 or 3 weeks and use up all their PTO days and then quit. And so it ends up, we end up losing money on the deal. And so this is really best practice in the way that most businesses run, is that you earn your time off. And so this is making this clear in the language in our classified handbook.
Need a motion to approve the classified handbook?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Administrative pay raises.
In line with the pay increases that teachers received of $1,100 through our more recent collective bargaining agreement, I would ask that the administrators all receive an $1,100 pay raise. All of those that, based on their evaluation performances of the previous year, would also receive an $1,100 pay increase in line with what we did for the teachers this past collective bargaining session.
Need a motion to approve.
So move.
A motion and a second.
Second.
We'll gun shy tonight. We got a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The motion carries. Indiana Online.
This is just for informational purposes. It's not asking the board to vote or anything, but just wanted the board to be aware that we have utilized Indiana Online courses in the past, and this is just, we had a situation that came up where we offer to our students the Indiana College Core Certificate, and in order to qualify for that, students have to take a set number of dual credit courses, and you can't miss a course and be eligible for this College Core Certificate. The College Core Certificate, if a student earns that, it goes to a college in Indiana, the college has to accept those 30 credit hours. So it's a good way for our students to get a head start on college. And we had a situation where we had 5 seniors this year signed up for a dual credit speech class, and we were not able to offer it because of one staff member leaving, but then more importantly, the changes that Ivy Tech made at the last minute for teachers to have the proper credentials to teach that dual credit speech class. And so it left these 5 seniors in a situation where they were going to be that one class short of being able to earn that Indiana College Core credit. And so due to those extenuating circumstances, we're making a one-time exception and using some high ability grant money to help offset the cost for those seniors to take this